Michelle. Seeing none, thank you, Michelle. Sponsor of the bill is here, Senator.
Thank you, Madam Chair and members, for hearing the bill. You may or may did you?
For the record in your district.
Yes, I will. Thank you, Andy Biggs, State Senator from LD 22. And some of you may or may not be aware of this, the history of this, but some years ago, to alleviate some of the problems of the costliness of actually going to court to resolve some HOA issues, actually Senator Farnsworth ran a bill to put this into, I can't even remember what organization it was. The Office of Administrative Hearings, and the court struck it down, saying that there was a problem with them handling it. So what we've done is we've created a real particular legislative intent, expressing why we need to do this, and then we've moved this to the building, fire and life and that type of safety organization so they can handle it. It's really that simple. I don't know of any real opposition to this because it provides a way for homeowners and HOAs to resolve their problems at a lower cost.
Mr. Biggs, no one has signed in against the bill.
That is
in favor of the bill, wishing to speak is Pat Harris. Speak to herself on behalf of Chora. We're going to give you 3 minutes.
I don't need that much. Madam Chair, members of the committee, my name is Pat Harris. I speak for the homeowners. My organization is CHOR, Coalition of Homeowners for Rights and Education. I simply came here today, all the way from the East Valley, to say to Senator Biggs, thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know how many thank yous the homeowners can tell him. Let's hope everybody follows through and it becomes law again. Thank you.
There's questions for Ms. Harris? No, thank you.
Have you given him a hug?
Here we have Kevin with the minute.
I haven't done that yet.
We speak on behalf of the bill. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Madam Chair and members of the committee. For the record, my name is Kevin DeMena. I'm also here representing the residents through Community Associations Institute. We stand here in favor of this legislation, and for one primary reason, I think Pat said it very well, and that is that any constitutional alternative that is available to homeowners, we think is a good alternative. The less time we spend at the legislature working on these issues with statewide application, whether it be flagpoles or what have you, the better. Resolving these things on a more surgical basis, we think, is a good idea. From our analysis, the constitutional issues, the intent clause is almost as long as the entire bill, but the staff analysis speaks to this. I think lays out that this should be constitutional. I wouldn't expect any challenges. We'd like to follow up with Senator Biggs and talk about fees as to what exactly loser winner pays, how that will work, and of course the cost, if any, for the department to hear these cases. The fees grew in the previous iteration that was held to be unconstitutional. Frankly, I think began to be a barrier for the use of this idea's predecessor. So we'd like to make sure that that's not the case should this become law. But again, I will track down Senator Biggs to talk about the issue of both fees to get in front of this entity and the issue of loser-winner pays, that sort of thing. We support this legislation, and I hope the record reflects that. Happy to stand for any questions.
Yes.
Madam Chair.
Representative Galvin.
Madam Chair, Mr. DeMena, Does this break any contract?
Madam Chairman, Representative Gower, I do not believe so.
All right. Madam Chair, thank you.
I do have a question for you.
Yes.
Mr. Domino, which committee is your favorite committee?
Shall I answer in the form of a question, Madam Chairman?
I think the answer is government.
Would you come out on the hate squeeze?
Madam Chairman, was there anything else? I'm sorry.
I don't believe there are any questions. Thank you.
Okay. All right, thank you very much.
We have Mr. George Starlopoli. Do you wish to speak?
Just very brief, if I may.
Okay, we can give you 3 minutes, please.
Take 1.5. My name is George Starlopoli. I'm a homeowner rights advocate. I'm for the bill. I would like to make a comment in regard to what Mr. Domenic said about fees. I think he was talking about attorney fees at OAH, which are not payable. And this is one of the advantages of going to OAH. I'd like to say that I speak for myself and the hundreds of homeowners who have contacted me by phone or mail over the years seeking help with their HOA problems. Many times I've been told that they could not get any assistance from a public agency, attorney general, or county attorney, and that mine was the only website that they could get any help from. Many times they had a court adjustment. OAH was a godsend for them. For $500, and even though there's going to be another attempt to raise that to $2,000, they got justice. They leveled the playing field. I believe you do them justice by passing this bill. Thank you.
Any questions for Mr. Starlopoli? No, thank you very much. Mr. Sellers, do you wish to speak?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'll be very brief because I had the privilege of speaking before this committee on a similar issue a couple of weeks ago. But the core of the issue is to get you to support this bill.
Would you please state your name?
Oh, John Sellers. I live in Prescott. I was one of the original winners of one of the 3 cases that went before the OEH. It's a very impressive procedural issue. I never understand why people want to malign administrative law judges as being a form of second-class law. We were extremely impressed by the process. We were one of the 3 that were challenged in a constitutional context, and fortunately, by the time the case almost came to Superior Court, it was actually withdrawn by the Homeowners Association. But a very minor issue became a federal case. Over $75,000 of legal expenses was incurred by the Homeowners Association. It proved that, and I've said this before, and I really mean it, there's legal terrorism going on in these homeowners associations, and some of the attorneys that practice on behalf of those, I believe, will be exposed for what they really are doing, because one of the beauties of the OEH procedure is it's very transparent. You can listen to the recordings, you can get the proceedings, you can see everything that's going on. And we've lived in Arizona for 4 years. And I can tell you that thanks to the OEH, our life has been different. It would have been totally different without that ability to seek redress without going through a federal case. So I would implore you to pass this, and it sounds like there isn't much objection anyway. So thank you for being my favorite committee.
Mr. Sellers, is there any questions for Mr. Sellers? Seeing none, thank you very much. There's one other person who has signed in for the bill, and we need to speak only, not need to speak. That's Bill Brown. Members, by your vote of 8 ayes, 0 nays, 0 present, and 1 absent, House Bill 1148 receives a due pass recommendation.